The world is full of incredible mysteries, places that spark our curiosity and dare us to explore. One of the most famous is the Bermuda Triangle. It's also known as the Devil's Triangle. This patch of ocean has captured our imagination for decades. Stories of lost ships and vanished planes have been told for a very long time. People are fascinated by these tales of the unexplained. They wonder what secrets the deep water holds. Is it a place of strange forces? Or just a series of unfortunate events? The search for answers is what makes this location so compelling and keeps us coming back for one more look. The allure of the Bermuda Triangle is powerful. It represents the unknown, a corner of our planet that still seems wild and untamed. For every official report, there are a dozen sensational stories. These stories are passed down, growing more mysterious with each telling. We love a good mystery, and this is definitely one of the biggest. The idea that something could simply disappear without a trace is both terrifying and, honestly, kind of thrilling. It challenges our understanding of the world. It makes us question if we really know everything about our own planet. This is why adventurers and investigators like me are drawn to these legends. What makes the Bermuda Triangle so enduring is the human element behind every story. These were not just vessels, they were filled with real people. They were pilots, sailors, passengers, and military crews. They had families and lives that were cut short in the most mysterious way imaginable. Their stories become legends, whispered in hushed tones. We want to find answers not just to solve a puzzle, but to honor the memory of those who were lost. Every investigation feels like a quest to bring closure to these cold cases, to finally understand what happened out there in the vast, unforgiving ocean. This enduring enigma isn't just a collection of ghost stories, it's a part of our modern folklore. It has inspired countless books, documentaries, and movies. Each one adds another layer to the legend. The Bermuda Triangle has become a symbol for any mystery that seems impossible to solve. It reminds us that despite all our technology and knowledge, there are still things that defy easy explanation. The line between fact and fiction can get blurry. Our job, as explorers, is to try and clear that fog, to look at the evidence and to see if we can find the truth hidden beneath the waves. So, where exactly is this mysterious place? The Bermuda Triangle is not an official name you will find on any world map. It's a loosely defined area in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean. The corners of the triangle are generally said to be in Bermuda, Miami, Florida, and San Juan, Puerto Rico. When you draw lines connecting these 3 points, you create a massive triangular shape over the ocean. This region covers a huge expanse of water, about 500,000 square miles. It's a vast and often treacherous part of the sea, known for its unpredictable weather and deep waters. This part of the Atlantic is unique for several reasons. It's home to the Gulf Stream, a powerful and swift ocean current. The Gulf Stream is like a river within the ocean, and it can create sudden and extreme changes in weather. The area also has some of the deepest underwater trenches in the world. The Puerto Rico Trench, for example, is over 27,000 feet deep. If a ship or plane were to sink here, finding the wreckage would be incredibly difficult, almost impossible with older technology. These natural features already make the area a challenging place to travel through. The legends surrounding the Bermuda Triangle are what make it truly famous. People have been telling stories about this area for centuries. Even Christopher Columbus reported strange compass readings and saw a mysterious light in the sky while sailing through this region. The name Bermuda Triangle became popular much later in the 1960s. A writer named Vincent Gaddis coined the term for an article he wrote about strange disappearances. He described it as a place where ships and planes vanished without a single trace, leaving behind no wreckage, no debris, and no survivors to tell the tale. Over the years, the stories grew. They weren't just about disappearances anymore. People reported bizarre phenomena within the triangle. There were tales of electronic equipment going haywire for no reason. Compasses would spin wildly, and radios would suddenly stop working. Some pilots reported experiencing a strange electronic fog, a thick gray cloud that seemed to swallow their aircraft. These accounts added to the mystique, suggesting that something more than just bad weather was at play. It was these strange details that turned a patch of ocean into a legendary paranormal hotspot. One of the most famous stories is the disappearance of Flight 19. This event really cemented the Bermuda Triangle's spooky reputation. On December 5, 1945, 5 United States Navy torpedo bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It was a routine training mission. The flight was led by an experienced pilot, Lieutenant Charles Taylor. A few hours into the flight, the control tower received disturbing messages. The pilots were lost and confused. Their compasses were not working properly. They couldn't figure out which way was west. Then, after a few garbled transmissions, all radio contact was lost. The 5 planes and the 14 men aboard were never seen again. The mystery didn't end there. In a tragic twist, a rescue plane was sent out to search for Flight 19 that same day. It was a Martin Mariner flying boat with a crew of 13 men. This large aircraft was known as a flying gas tank because it carried a lot of fuel. Shortly after it took off, the Mariner also disappeared from radar. It vanished in the same area where Flight 19 was last reported. A ship in the area reported seeing a large explosion in the sky at about the time the Mariner went missing, but no wreckage of the rescue plane or its crew was ever found. In one day, 6 aircraft and 27 men had vanished. Another legendary case is that of the USS Cyclops. This was a massive United States Navy cargo ship. It was over 540 feet long. In March 1918, during World War I, the ship set sail from Brazil to Baltimore. It was carrying over 10,000 tons of manganese ore and had 306 people on board. The ship made a stop in Barbados and was last heard from on March 4th. After that, it simply disappeared. It never sent an SOS signal or a distress call. An enormous search was launched, but they found nothing. No wreckage, no lifeboats, no trace of the ship or the people on board. It remains the single largest loss of life in United States Navy history, not involving combat. These are just a few of the dozens of stories linked to the Bermuda Triangle. There's the case of the Carroll A. Deering, a 5-masted schooner found wrecked and abandoned off the coast of North Carolina in 1921. The crew was gone, but food was still on the stove in the galley. There are also tales of smaller planes and yachts that vanished in perfect weather. Each story adds another piece to the puzzle. They all share a common, chilling theme: a sudden, complete disappearance without any explanation. These events are the foundation of the Bermuda Triangle legend, a series of maritime mysteries that continue to baffle and intrigue us. When you have a mystery this big, you get a lot of wild theories. People have tried to explain the disappearances in many ways. Some of the most popular ideas are pretty out there. One theory is that the Bermuda Triangle is home to a portal or a wormhole to another dimension. Ships and planes accidentally fly into it and are transported somewhere else entirely. Another popular idea involves aliens. Some believe that extraterrestrials have an underwater base in the area and are abducting humans and their vehicles for study. These are exciting ideas, but they're not supported by any physical evidence. Other theories look for a lost civilization. The most common one involves the mythical city of Atlantis. The idea is that Atlantis was a highly advanced society that sank into the ocean. Their powerful energy crystals, still active on the seafloor, are supposedly interfering with modern equipment. These crystals could be causing the compass malfunctions and electronic failures that have been reported. While it's a fascinating thought, connecting the disappearances to a lost city is pure speculation. These explanations are fun for movies and books, but they just don't hold up when we look for solid proof. We have to separate the fiction from the potential facts. So, what do the scientists and experts say? Most of them are pretty skeptical. They point out that the Bermuda Triangle is a very busy area. Many ships and planes travel through it every single day without any problems. Statistically, the number of disappearances in this region is not significantly higher than in any other part of the ocean, with similar weather and traffic. The United States Coast Guard does not even recognize the Bermuda Triangle as an official geographic area with unique hazards. They believe the stories are a mix of exaggeration, mystery-mongering, and real tragedies that have logical explanations. The scientific explanations are less exciting, but they're based on facts. The area is known for its extreme and unpredictable weather. Hurricanes and rogue waves can form quickly, and they are powerful enough to sink even large ships. Methane gas eruptions from the ocean floor are another possibility. A large bubble of gas could erupt, suddenly lowering the density of the water and causing a ship to sink in seconds. For planes, human error and mechanical failure are the most likely culprits. In the case of Flight 19, the lead pilot was known to have become disoriented before. For now, science suggests there is no single overarching mystery. The Bermuda Triangle is just a place where bad weather and human misfortune sometimes meet, creating stories that are larger than life. The mystery isn't necessarily solved, but the clues point away from the paranormal and toward the powerful forces of nature.